When you think of Easter, you imagine colorful eggs, chocolate bunnies, and joyful family gatherings. But what if I told you this innocent looking festival has a dark, bloody past, a history of pagan gods, disturbing rituals, exploitation, and death? Today, I'm peeling back the shiny foil on those chocolate eggs to reveal the dark truth of Easter, the side no one talks about. Pagan origins, blood sacrifices, and fertility rituals. Long before Christianity claimed Easter, ancient pagans celebrated the arrival of spring, a time of fertility and new life. But these rituals were far from innocent. The name Easter is believed to come from Eostre, the pagan goddess of fertility and dawn. Rituals dedicated to her involved offerings, and according to some records, even blood sacrifices of animals and possibly humans to ensure a fertile harvest. Spring was seen as a sacred but dangerous time. If the gods weren't pleased, crops would fail and animals would die. An entire village could starve. The sinister symbolism of Easter Bunny. The cute fluffy Easter Bunny has darker roots. In pagan Europe, hares weren't symbols of innocence. They were tied to witchcraft and dark fertility rites. Some folklore described hares as shape-shifting witches, spying on villagers or serving as omens of death. Ancient Germanic tribes believed the hare was sacred to Eostre, and sometimes it wasn't just eggs that were offered, but blood. Even worse, in some forgotten legends, the rabbit was seen as a guide to the underworld, a connection between the living and the dead. Eggs, blood, and the circle of life and death. Ever wonder why eggs became the symbol of Easter? Eggs represent fertility and new life, but in ancient times they were also symbolized blood and death. Pagan rituals involved painting eggs red to represent the blood of sacrifices offered to the gods. Slaughtered animals, or worse, human, their blood was believed to fertilize the earth itself. The bloody Christian takeover and dark tradition. When Christianity spread, it observed pagan festivals like Easter, but the darkness didn't end. Instead of celebrating spring, Easter became centered on the brutal crucifixion of Jesus Christ, one of the most violent deaths in history. Even today, parts of the world like Philippines reenact this suffering. Devotees are literally nailed to crosses, blood streaming as crowds watch. Historically, Easter was also the spark for violent anti-Semitic attacks. For centuries, Christians blamed Jews for Christ's death, leading to horrific killings and forced conversions, especially during medieval Europe's Easter season. The dark side of chocolate, child labor and exploitation. But the darkness doesn't stop with history. In modern times, Easter fuels a multi-billion-dollar chocolate industry, but there's a hidden cost. A large percentage of cocoa comes from West Africa, where thousands of children are forced into labor, working long hours, handling dangerous tools, and sometimes being trafficked, all to produce the chocolate we consume. The colorful wrappers, the adorable chocolate bunnies, they hide a bitter truth, a cycle of poverty, exploitation, and suffering. So the next time you celebrate Easter, remember, behind every chocolate egg, every bunny, and every pastel decoration lies a history of blood, sacrifice, and exploitation. A festival meant to celebrate life is deeply rooted in death, suffering, and greed.